Hello my loyal companions, welcome back to the channel. Massive changes are coming with Season 2 of Rogue Company, and we got a good look into them by seeing the showcase from Scott Gandy and Pretty Hair, and the patch notes which are going to be for the PTS which is going live this weekend. This particular video is going to cover all of the balancing changes, the things that are happening to the weapons and rogues. They're going to restructure exactly how the game is played, and there's some really good gems in here. We're going to be covering things such as time to kills changing for practically every single weapon in the game, meaning gunfights are going to be so much more impactful. We've got things such as tenacity being restored to its former glory, and even the potential of glitch becoming meta. This is not a video you want to miss a single moment of, so make sure you stay to the end if you want to see all of these changes live in action when the PTS goes live on Saturday at 9 PM Eastern or 2 PM GMT. I'll be covering it all over at twitch.tv/RADTHARGAMING. I might be playing with some of the devs, I'll be playing some of the changes, we'll be seeing everything including the new Rogue MACK as well. If you do go on to enjoy the video though, or you just want to see daily, educational, Rogue Company content, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel. But for now, let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing I need to touch on with the balancing changes is going to be the weapon changes. As I said in the intro, everything to do with time to kill is changing. They had a big goal of reducing pretty much every single gun's time to kill down by 1 bullet. I mean, it's going to take roughly 1 less bullet of every weapon to kill somebody. Now, they did keep referring to all the weapons as changing, but it is not every single one, and we see that from the patch notes. But most of the weapons are changing to make them about 1 less bullet to kill somebody, and that is really, really impactful. Primary focus specifically was on body shots as opposed to headshots. There's a few headshot damage number changes, but for the most part, we're looking at body shot damage numbers changing, which is going to mean those body shots are going to be a little bit harder hitting. Let's start with the assault rifles. The K830 is going from a body shot damage of 19 to 24, and its headshot damage is going from 29 to 30. The HRM30K is going from a body shot damage of 24 to a body shot damage of 28. The Mark IV, this is Saints AR, is going from a 19 body shot damage to a 24, and the headshot damage is going up to 32. The Nightshade's body damage is going up from 17 to 20, which I think is actually really, really impactful. The Sahara's body damage is going from 24 to 25. The Riptide, which has already been a bit of a problem weapon when it comes to time to kill, is actually getting a buff as well, going up to 18 body damage, and the headshot is going from 26 to 27. When it comes to SMGs, there's actually an overall SMG change as well as the damage numbers, and that is that every single SMG is having the delay between when you sprint and when you fire removed. As for the specific damage number changes, the D40C is going from a body shot of 14 to 16. The 24S is going from a body shot of 15 to 17. The Knight is going from a body shot of 22 to 25. And the headshot being increased by 1 from 31 to 32. The LMP-X is going from a body shot of 16 to 18, and it also fixed an issue where the weapon was receiving a little bit less over the shame accuracy than intended. The objection body damage is going from 11 to 13, but the headshot damage is actually going from 16 to 15. The SLC is going from a body shot of 12 to 15, and the headshot damage from 17 to 18. The DMRs are up next, and these are one of the more interesting ones to talk about because DMRs alone are really heavy hitting weapons. So changing the time to kill on them is going to be a little bit iffy. I was very interested to see how these would play out, and we'll go into the damage numbers and some of the statistics now. The Deadeye is going from a fire rate of 3.23 to 3.6. They chose not to change the damage numbers on this weapon, but instead just change the fire rate to accompany that time to kill. The MXR is getting a huge buff, going from 30 body damage to 34. Meaning it is now going to be a 3-shot to the body, which is probably going to return the MXR into its former glory. The MAMBA is going from a body shot damage of 45 if you hit all 3 rounds of the burst to 48, and the headshot damage is going from 69 to 75. The Devotion is getting a small headshot damage increase from 71 to 78. Don't really understand the point of this. It's still 1 body, 1 head, but it changed. Shotguns have always been a little bit overwhelming, but they're up next, and there is another general change. Their sprint to fire delay has also been removed. It does say SMG sprint to fire delay has been removed. I don't know whether that's intended. I don't know whether shotguns are actually getting this change, but that would be my assumption, is that that change was meant for shotguns. It was just a little typo. The Striker 8x10 is getting a body increase from 60 to 66, assuming you hit all 8 pellets. The headshot is going from 75 to 60, and a slight range increase from 6 meters to 6.5 meters. The SKL6 is going for a fire rate of 1.85 to 2, and the headshot damage is actually being reduced from 136 to 125, which kind of makes sense because you don't really need more than 125 damage in any one shot. The S12 Tactical, one of my favorite shotguns, is getting a body damage increase from 64 to 70. As for our LMGs, the MLX More is getting a body shot damage from 16 to 18 increase, and of course this update is going to bring MACK with the new LMG, the Conviction. Now, I was really nervous with snipers of this change because I did not want this game to turn into a one-shot body shot kind of game with snipers, and thankfully they have not done that. In fact, they've not touched Phantom Sniper the full body at all, and instead of changed the tier in a way that I think is actually going to bring Fixer back, into a un-GA'd state. A double body shot is gone, and I'll get into the statistics now. The big thing with the tier is that the clip size has been reduced from 2 bullets to 1 bullet. He is a 1 bullet cannon of a weapon. The headshot has gone up to 150 and the body shot to 80. So it's going to pack a really, really nasty punch, but you only get 1 bullet before that reload. I think this change is phenomenal for Fixer. I think this actually might balance him out because you can no longer so easily get 2-tapped as if you were being shot by a DMR. And I love that. I really think this is going to bring Fixer back into the fold, and I think he's going to be a balanced sniper within the game with that one-shot, massive damage kill pressure. Pistols have also seen their fair changes, including the A3 Salvo, arguably the worst pistol in the game, has got a body shot damage increase from 36 to 38, headshot damage from 44 to 46, and it also reduced a little bit of its horizontal recoil. The Executioner, arguably one of the best weapons in the game, has had its headshot damage reduced from 48 to 42, and its body shot damage reduced from 32 to 30. What this essentially does in my eyes is make the Executioner and the MXR flip places. The Executioner was just a better version of the MXR, mini MXR that every rogue pretty much who had Executioner got for free, and the MXR was so lackluster. Now those roles have changed, where the Executioner is still pretty viable, but it's not going to be the hard-hitting monster that it previously was. The P12K is getting a change which always makes me laugh, and this is the clip size going from 8 to 9. The last thing with weapons to touch on is that melee weapons are actually having all of their throw speeds reduced. Now there are a few changes to rogues specifically. Some are really, really good like Glitch, and some are just small little things that kind of make a bit more sense of their kit, and we'll go over some of those now. Fixer, along with the change to his sniper, is having shredder rounds removed, and instead is getting toughen up, which actually kind of makes a lot of sense considering you don't really hit shields with anvil with a sniper. That's not what you're going to do, so the increased damage doesn't make much sense. Ronin is getting a change where ballistic knife damage is now being increased from 100 to 125, meaning that trip mine aspect of it will do a lot of damage even if you have armor. As we know, Sigrid's shield is now becoming immune to melee attacks. What that means is that if you hit her shield, you cannot phase your fist through her. You do have to actually hit her and from behind, which is a really, really nice change. Of course, she is still susceptible to melees from the back, so you do have to watch out for that, but toughen up may help that. Trench, as we know, is getting trip mines now, which is great, and no longer has shredder rounds either, but he will be getting toughen up. The big change, though, that I think is actually going to really help this rogue is to Glitch. Glitch is getting a little bit of a mini rework, I would say, is going to make him really, really viable. And honestly, I think he could come into meta, especially with MACK coming in as another defender. I've said for a long time, Glitch needs another defender to counter for him to be viable, and this might be it. The first thing changing with Glitch is that his hack range is being increased from 20 meters to 25 meters. Meaning that he'll just be able to get a little bit more info of what's around and also be able to hack a little bit more from a bit more distance. This is a very small change, not that impactful, but is a nice little quality of life. There is also the bug fix where he can now pull out his tablet again after he's hacked. This was, of course, a massive issue that people hated, and now it is fixed. You can pull your device back out after you've used your hack ability. But the really big thing changing with Glitch is that enemies hit by his hack are forced to put away their abilities or gadgets. What this means is that when you used to just see your Glitch hack incoming and pull out your vibe poison, pull out your barbed wire, or hold out a grenade, that forces it back into your inventory. You cannot use that once you've been hacked. This is such a good change for Glitch. This alone means that Glitch is actually viable. I spoke recently about why Glitch is so bad, and it's because he's just so countered in this way. It's such an easy mechanic to do, to pull out a vibe poison, hold it in your hand when the Glitch hack is going off and still use your vibe poison. Now you can't do that. They did such a good job thinking of this change and implementing this change to make Glitch viable, and there is a good chance he could be used and be meta with some of these additional features. The one other change that there is to go over, and this is honestly, when I heard it, one of the best things, so I know you guys have been hating nade meta, the only perk change that is coming in is that Tenacity is being restored back to a 40% reduction from 30%, but its price is going up to 8k. So it's a little bit more pricey, but we get the full force of Tenacity back, which is going to be so, so important. Rogues are really suffering by these bounce nades and these C4s and these grenades that kill them so easily. Now with Tenacity back, it's in a good spot. The counter ability is there, and I think a lot of you are going to be really happy about that. They're going to be all the balancing changes that we're going to go over in this video, guys. Of course, there's far more in terms of MACK that's coming. We've got daily login rewards. We have the battle pass that has been shown. There's so much more content I'm going to go over in a different video, but this one I want to purely focus on balancing changes. As for my general thoughts on the time to kill, I am going to have to get in and play it on the PTS tomorrow to really know how I feel about it, but I like the idea of it. I like that nade meta is kind of being flushed out now with Tenacity being more viable as a perk to pick up, and I like the focus is back on gunplay. I think DMRs are going to be really strong, but I think when you get a good flank on somebody or you get a good position for an SMG, I think they're going to beam through too. Good players are really going to benefit from this time to kill change. Other players who tend to like managed to survive on 1 HP now won't be able to. And I think it's going to be a healthy state for the game. But again, I have to play it to really know. But let me know what you think down in the comments, guys. Do you like the time to kill changes? Do you think it's too much? Do you think it's like not enough? Do you want one-shot snipers? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, guys, because I really want to know. But for me, generally, I'm going to play it and give you more in-depth opinions. But overall, I like the direction the game's going. I think Glitch getting this change is so viable. I think the fixer change is really good. I'm really looking forward and I'm happy and excited about the future of Rogue Company in Season 2. Okay then, guys, that takes us to the end of the video. And if you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. You can also come follow me on twitch.tv/RADTHARGAMING, guys, where I'm going to be playing the PTS pretty much like today as you see this video, depending on when you see it. I'll be live playing the PTS. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to want to come check it out. See MACK, see all the balancing changes, see the new map Breach. There's so much that you're going to want to come check out, so make sure you go follow me over there on Twitch. All the links you're going to need are down in the description below, but for now, I hope you have a fantastic day. And remember, be loyal, be brave, be relentless, and I'll catch you in the next video.